Welcome to Datavisor Discoveries. We are going to discuss today about global variable and local variable and the type of arguments. And there are four types of arguments. The first one is positional argument. Second one is keyword argument. A third one is a default argument, and the last one is a variable length argument, which is also known as arbitrary argument. Okay, we are gonna discuss these all things in this video. So let me start from the variables. Okay, we know what is variables, right? Variables is like a container. So if we do a equal to 30 and b is equal to 20, then let's say a equal to 20. Okay, a equal to 20, then if I do print a, then it will update this value of a with the latest one, right? So first of all, the Python interpreter will look a as 30, and then it will overwrite the value of a, and it will give the value of 20 in the a, right? Basically what happens is that this 30's id will be stored in a first, and then in second case 20 id will be stored in the a in second one. So the above one will be overwritten and it will give you, oh no, which program it is running. So if I run this program, then it will give me 20. Okay, so and doing the same thing again, if I write the course as Django and the next course as Python, so if I print course and then course, and then it must show me with the latest value of the course, and that is Python. Okay, I hope you understand these things. So let me move on to the next one. So let me go in more detail. Course is equal to Python, and in the second one, if I start making a function, then define so, and inside the function also, if I give the same name of the course as Django, then if I do print course, then it will first look inside this function whether it will find this course or not. If it do find this course, then it will print the value that is present in the course that is inside in my function. Otherwise it will look outside the function Python. If we do not provide here course, and then it will look at the outside. Okay, so if I do print course, and then it will only execute the let me do so first. So if I do print course, and then it will print this course Python, but if I run this, so then the course will find this Django first, and it will save the course as Django, and it will print Django. So if I run this code, it will give me Python Django. Okay, so in this case, the variable outside of the function is also known as a global variable, and the variable that is inside the function is known as local variable. If I want to print the variable, it will look first inside the local variable, and if it does not find inside that function, then it will move outside and look towards the global variable. Okay, that's the case. Now let me give you another example also. And in the next example, let me provide the value 20 to the a, and let me make the function as so uh, and I will provide the value of x as 30 over here. And if I want to change the value of 30, we have already learned x plus n equal to uh, 30 will do what it, if I do 20, then it will add x to 20 and it will save that value in again in x. Okay, x is 30, then it will add 30 to this 20, then it will be 50, and the overall result will be stored in x. So if I print x, then this will be a calling local variable. Okay, this is a local variable because it is present inside the function. So in order to show this is a local variable, I am printing that value as a local variable, and I'll print a, and a is known as a global variable. So in order to run this function, we have already said that we need to call this function. In order to call this, I need to write the name of the function and write the parentheses. So if I run this program, in order to run this program, I need to write Python and the name of the program, that's function1.py. So 50, so the value of the x is 50 over here, calling local variable, and a is 20, so a is calling global variable. So I hope this is clear now. In order to do this, okay, I hope the concept of a local variable and the global variable is clear now. Okay, let me do one simple example again. In order to change this global variable value, you need to do something. Okay, I'll give you some let me do a as 20. Again, I'll make this function. So function, let me take, I want to change the value of this global variable. So I just, my initial hunch is to just to add 30, right? And if I do print a, and what is a is a global variable, calling global variable. If I do print this one, so in order to run this code, I need to call this function, and at last I'll also print a. Okay, so what should I get is, my expectation is to get the updated value of a as 50, but in this case we will get an error. Okay, so let me run the program. So what it is saying is that cannot access the local variable a, so it is not recognizing this value, and where it is associated with a value, right? So it is not giving you the access to change this global variable, and in order to get the access to change this global variable, you need to provide it as a global, and you need to give it as a. Now it will give you the access to change this global variable. So this 30 will be added to this 20 over here, and it will save, and the overall result will be saved at a, and a will be over here 50. So 50 global variable. Let's run this program. So 50 is calling a local variable, and I'm doing print a. It is also changing the value of the global variable. Okay, so this much is now for local and global variable. So let me move towards the types of the argument, right? Let me move towards the type of the argument. So let me discuss by saying what is an argument. So argument is the value that when we call the function, we pass some value to that function, right? And this value which are being passed is known as argument, right? Value passing, value that are passed when calling the function is known as argument. And so defines, so a comma b is known as our formal argument, as we have seen already, right? And this is also known as parameters. So a comma b. So in order to print this function, we need to call the function, and provide the appropriate arguments, right? These 2 and 3 are the arguments. So if we want to print this function, they need to print 2 and 3. So this one is a simple one. So let me go in more detail about the types of argument. Okay, there are 4 types of argument. The first one is a positional argument. The second one is of a keyword argument. Okay, third one is a default argument. Fifth one is a variable length, or it is also known as arbitrary argument. So let me first discuss about positional argument, and we'll discuss this one by one by giving examples. Okay, so let me write first. We will discuss about this positional argument. So let me make an function. Let me say it defines so name and address. It will take these 2 things as a formal argument. And let me say print. Let me start f string. My name is a curly bracket and name. Let's say print my address is address. So this is the case. And now in order to run this function, I need to write down the name of the function, and so I need to keep the name as my own name, Mohan. So address is my, let me say California. If I provide this thing, so I should get my name is Mohan and my address is California. Okay, my address is California. So in this case, in the case of positional argument, this position will determine in which this formal argument or parameter these values are being sent to, right? So instead of writing this as my name, if I give this as California and my second as Mohan, then this value will be sent to this name, will receive this value California, and this address will receive the name as Mohan, right? So this position of this argument will determine where it will be sent. Okay, that's why it is also known as positional argument. So if I run this program, so it need to show me my name is California and my address is Mohan. Okay, so this is the case. So this is the example of, I hope you understand about the positional argument. It will accept in which position you have given the value, that variable will accept that value in that position. Okay, Okay, so I will move towards the keyword argument. So let me provide example, same example, right? Defines, so name and address. I'll just copy and paste from this code. Okay, Control C and Control B, and I need to undo the comment. So I'll undo the comment. So I have defined a function. I have used this print inbuilt function over here, and I am calling by using the function name, passing the parameter as in the case of positional argument, but in keyword argument you provide the value in pairs. Okay, so in which parameters you are passing the value, you need to provide that information also over here, and that value will be passed in that respective position. Okay, so if I give a name as Mohan and address as California, so it will pass, and it knows that where to pass in these arguments. So it will be passed to this Mohan, and this address will be passed to this address. So it will pass me this, my name is Mohan and my address is California. So if I uh, switch this value, I pass address as first and my name as second. In this case also it will understand that this name will receive this value Mohan, and this address will be address will receive this California. So the switching of these argument will not affect what will be print in my console. Okay, so it will still print my name is Mohan and my address is California. So this is my example of keyword argument. I hope you understand that in keyword arguments you need to provide the name of the parameter and equal to that value, and it will be received by those parameter for which your value is being sent. Okay, now the next one is also known as default argument. In default argument, I will in default argument I'm going to take the same example as a previous one. So let me cotton this one, let me Control X over here, Control B over here. So I'm passing the argument as Mohan and California. So in this case this is the same as in positional argument. So name will receive this Mohan, address will receive California. My name is Mohan and my address is California. It will print. Now I want to give you the example of default argument, so I will write the name of the school as school, and I will give the name of the school as let's say Bright Future. Let's say Bright Future is my name of the school. So FUTURE future, that's right. So now I will print my school. Okay, so in this case this Mohan will be passed in name, and in my address I'll pass California. So since the school is already defined over here, so this is also known as default argument. So if I do call this function, so my name is Mohan, my address is this, and since though we have not passed this school parameter, it has already taken from what we have defined. Okay, it is taking as a Bright Future, but if we provide the name of the school as United School, then it will override this value of this Bright Future, and the school united school will be present at school, and it will present as the it will override the default value that we have given. If we pass from this argument, then it will override what we have previously given, and it will present it will print out the value that we have passed in the console. Okay, so this is the my name is Mohan, my address is California, and my school is United States, United States, United School. Okay, so here there is some rules regarding this providing the default value. So you cannot provide this default value over here. Okay, you need to provide the default value at the last of your parameters. So control Z, and let me provide as control B, and if I do like this, so it will show you some errors. Okay, so the default argument can should be always be provided at the last of your parameters. So let me run this program. So it will a non-default argument follows the default argument, so it must be always be at the last one. So control Z, let me undo these things. So it should always be present at the last of this parameter. So this is the case of a default argument. So we can provide the default arguments in this function name. If we provide our own argument, then it will override this argument and print out the new argument which we have sent. Okay, this is the case of a default argument. We'll move on to the last one, that is also known as keyword argument, but not keyword argument. We will learn about the arbitrary arguments. In order to learn about arbitrary arguments, there are four in this. In what we have seen is variable length or arbitrary argument, right? Variable length or this is also known as arbitrary argument. In this type of argument, we need to discuss about there are in this type there are two types of arguments, right? So first one will be same as positional argument, and in the second type will be the keyword argument, same as what we have discussed above. So in the variable length argument, there are two types of arguments, and the first one will be the positional argument, and the second one will be the keyword argument. Okay, so let me give you the example of positional argument. Let me define a function as C, and I'll give you this asterisk A. Okay, let me write something over here. So let me give you some information. Positional argument. In positional argument, it is also known as argument with prefix. If we give the prefix as asterisk, that is this one, then it will be regarded as the positional argument in this variable length argument. Okay, let me give you example, then only this will be clear. Print C. So I want to print the C, and I want to print A. Okay, let me provide the value of B as 0, and I will look through this the value presence in A, and I will plus and equal to I. So print B, and I will call the function by using this, so, and I'll pass what I need to 3 4 5 6 7. Let me provide the value up to 10. Okay, let me provide the value up to 10. So here let me print what this function will do. Let me print that function first. Let me run this function first, and then only I will describe what is going on inside this function. Okay, so here this one will take the variable length argument. Okay, so this will take this is capable of taking more than one arguments that are being passed in this in our uh, function while calling this function. Okay, so at first this one will be sent to the C, right, and all of these values will be sent to A as a tuple. Okay, so this value will be sent to the A as a tuple, and what is this function doing is taking out all those values from that function and that adding all those values and printing out. Okay, so if you added all these functions, then you should get 54 as your answer. So if we pass as the positional argument, in this case the value will be passed to this variable as a tuple. So you need to understand only this much. Okay, so the next one is a arbitrary. There is a next thing which is known as arbitrary argument. So in arbitrary argument, the argument with the prefix, so there was one asterisk, and in this case and there will be two asterisk signs. Okay, there will be two asterisk signs, and let me give you some examples. So let me give you this as a keyword argument, asterisk a, right? This will be called as keyword argument. So I need to print as a for I comma j in our, let me, okay, this is good. So I will a dot items, we have already seen a dot items will provide you the key and the value, right? Key and the value in the tuple. So we can get the key at I and the value at z. So if I do print and the value of key as I and value as z, okay, I'm just printing the value as I and j. So in this case, please watch this closely. Okay, so in this case I will pass only the, if I'm going to pass to that double asterisk thing, so I need to pass it as a key value pair. Okay, so always remember this one. So the name is Mohan and my address is California, and my age is, let's say, 32. And if I do pass these arguments over here, so it will let me first run this program and see what's going on. Okay, I'm not giving this as f string, I need to give it as f string. So key equal to address, value equal to California, and this is right. So here the values are being passed as an dictionary. Okay, if we provide the value as like something equal to key equal to value, and you pass it to, this is also known as keyword argument, right? We have previously discussed this one. If we pass this keyword argument to this variable, then it will store these variables as an dictionary. Okay, so it will save this value as like this. So it will, the first name is a name, and the value is Mohan, and the second key value pair is address and California, and the last one is and 32. Okay, so this is just printing key and values. So this is the case. So we have seen about the positional argument and positional and keyword argument. Okay, this is not arbitrary, this is keyword, sorry for the wrong typing. This is a keyword argument. So these are two types of argument is present inside arbitrary argument or variable length argument. So let me combine this positional argument and keyword argument in one thing and show you the last example of this video. So let me take an positional argument as first input, and in the second we'll take the keyword argument as an input. So let me change the name, so B and A, and if I do print B of, first of all let me define a, let me show you by calling. Okay, that will make you easy to understand this. So we are calling by giving this, by giving these values. So name equal to Mohan, address is equal to California, A is equal to 32. Okay, so I am passing these values as in this case, so I am printing B as 0. So this B will take positional argument. The positional argument is this one, right? This will be saved, this will be stored in B as a tuple. So if I want to print the first element of this tuple, so B0 is 1, so it must show me as a 1. I'll run this program later. Okay, so A will be the keyword argument. In the keyword argument, this will take the values which are sent in this form, right? Key and the value pairs. So it will give me the dictionary, and for I comma j in a dot items, so in a dot items I will print the value of this as a key equal to this and value equal to this. Okay, so our initial prediction is that B0 will give me 1 and A will give me the these things in the type dictionary, right? So it will and this code will do print the key and the value that are present in that dictionary. So if I pass and if I run this code, then I'll get, so the B0 is printing me 1, right? So A is taking all those keyword arguments and packaging them into these key value pairs, and this is taking key and value in ing, and this just printing this values. So this much is for today. So hope you like this my session. So if you like this session, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe button, and cheers.